Hey everyone, welcome back. Just about to jump into another game here. I'm just still waiting on one opponent, and I just realized I just decided to stream the second game just after finishing that last one I played. For those that are watching the previous one, when I was playing Fakirs, and then just posted in a couple of places that I was going to be streaming, and realized that Rainier was also streaming a game right now. So. I usually try not to do that, but nevertheless, looks like he's streaming a Fjords game. We could actually go take a look at that real quick while I'm just waiting for another opponent. Actually, let's just quickly see who's at our table. Alex the G. I don't know if I played Alex the G. Yes. Once. Recently. Cool. All right. So this is the game that Rainier is streaming right now on Fjords, which is an awesome map. So if you're interested in checking out any Fjords content, feel free to jump over here to Rainier's stream. Just twitch.tv/Rainier Games. So he's streaming this now, and you can also you can just watch the videos as well. He uploads some to YouTube for sure, but of course all his videos are archived as well, same as mine. So if you're interested in checking out some Fjords content, certainly watch this video afterwards. Yeah, it's awesome. Looks like he just put together a table of like pretty strong players. Ryan the Man, it's really great. Part of Team Canada, JDI, who I've played against on Arena, I feel like a few times. This player I recognize as well. So yeah, this is a really solid table. So I won't spoil the game because I will want to watch it myself later, but has been a bit of a slow queuing process, I find, for Arena these days. So I don't really know what that's all about. I think probably Lakes is just a little bit less popular of a map than Fire and Ice was, so it's just like the wait times can be kind of long. I think usually what happens is like it'll start by trying to find people that are at your level, and then it will slowly expand. So it's like trying to find only players that are in the Elite League, and then eventually it'll sort of broaden the restrictions and start, because that's often what I find is like at first I get matched to someone from Elite, and then like 10 minutes later I end up jumping into a game and there's like a Silver League player in there and Bronze League player, that kind of thing. So see who else is online. Yeah, I've noticed some friends online playing Splendor, which is really cool. If you guys haven't played this is one of my wife and I's favorite tabletop board games just to play at home. It's a lot of fun. So I haven't actually played any of this, but yeah, definitely check it out if you aren't familiar with Splendor. It's very easy to play. It's pretty easy to learn, but it's a ton of fun. It's one of those great board games. It's like good to play with people who aren't super into board games because they can just sort of learn it and they're not going to get crushed. Like they're going to be able to figure out how to have fun and play. But at the same time, if you want to like nerd out about it and try to optimize stuff, there's definitely like a huge optimization puzzle going on here. So yeah, so it's a good time. I was really excited to see that being added to the roster of games available at BGA. Terra Steel's online. Come on, queue up, Terra. Terra Steel's a lot of fun to play with. Sorry, normally I don't turn this stream on until I have like, it says searching for one opponent or something. But yep. International Clash, if you're not already aware, is happening tomorrow. Game 5. I'm just trying to pull up the information for that. Where is it? Yeah. I don't know if I bring this on. Oh yeah, this will show my whole screen, won't it? see this. Yeah. Cool. This is the schedule. So we're going into, this is the final game of like the main season, if you will, which basically just has 5 games. And then there's sort of like a finals game after that. So yeah, so Team Canada is the host game for, it is five teams for those who aren't familiar. Team USA, Team Asia, Team Europe, Team Brazil, Team Canada. 5 weeks. Each week, 1 player hosts, which means they get to pick landscapes on or off and which map. So we're going into week 5 tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And Canada is the host. They sort of have home ice advantage, if I can use a hockey reference there. And so, yeah, so they've chosen base map landscapes on as just like familiar territory for that team. Yeah, so it should be a good bit of fun. So check that out definitely if you can. This is just like a tournament of Fire 2 Open. So if you just go to Fire 2 Twitch, it'll be streamed there. And I forget who's commentating tomorrow, but I can't remember exactly. But yeah, it should be a good amount of fun. Check it out. It says we're only waiting for 1 opponent. Okay, so it's gone down into the Silver League. So now we're accepting players from Elite League, Gold League, and Silver League. So hopefully we'll find a match soon. Oh no, I just wanted to see. Slash, I believe I've played a few games together. I think. Oh yeah. And have not done that well. Although admittedly, I've not been doing very good on lakes, as my ELO shows. But hopefully we'll get a match soon enough. Kind of want to check back in on this Fjords game, but I just don't really want to. Screw it. Let's take a look. I also feel kind of weird showing a game that's currently being streamed on someone else's channel. Technically streaming someone else's game that they're also streaming. Feels kind of weird, but anyhow, I'm curious what's going on here. Fjords is such a fun map. I've probably played like only a dozen or so games. It just doesn't come up as much. I'd really love for there to be an arena season on Fjords. It fast became one of my favorite maps. I think I like it as much as base, for sure. It's just a game where it's like, there's just so much leech. Like, it can be kind of hectic trying to figure out how to get out of landlocked territory and try to connect and stuff, but like, early Fjords games, I've just had so many early Fjords games where they're just like, it's so much fun because everyone's just getting so much power and having like really cool openings and stuff. Yeah, and Dwarves, which are a faction that I have a soft spot for, I really like playing Dwarves. This is probably the strongest map. So the factions that are really strong here are like, Dwarves are good. Engineers have some play, but like Dwarves are, like this is their best map for them just because like there's so many good hops for them. Witches, green factions in general are really solid. But yeah, playing like a big econ Witches game works pretty well on Fjords, kind of in the same way that Witches are strong on Fire and Ice. Like there's a lot of like solid temp ship openings with Witches. They're really good. Chaos definitely has some play here. Brown's a little challenging on this map for sure, but yeah, and then Mermaids kind of have a tougher time, although I've seen some people do some creative things. But it was definitely refreshing to play some Fjords games during the Fire and Ice season when everyone was just overbidding it at Mermaids because Mermaids are just so overpowered on Fire and Ice, and then you do a Fjords game, it'd be like the exact opposite where people would be like bidding Dwarves a lot and kind of ignoring Mermaids. Yeah, green. This is a little bit of a weird color combo. But, I mean, yeah, Witches and Dwarves, right? Like, people are just throwing in the best factions. I'll be interested to see this game and to see who put these factions in. Ryan is a really interesting player. He does some really creative stuff with Terra Mystica. So it's sort of not surprising to see him grab Dwarves against a green faction where a lot of people, myself included, would be kind of scared off from that idea. They're also not playing landscapes, so connection seems pretty tricky here for Dwarves. But anyhow, I don't want to spoil that too much. Yeah, check out the video later though for sure. All right, how are we doing over here? Still waiting. Haven't looked at too many 4-player games, Ultima. Like on Fjords, have you played mainly 2-player games? Oh, yeah. You wish the bottom left, I see. The top left and bottom left islands were bigger or something, though. Yeah. Fjords is cool, though, because it was also created not by the developers. I forget the name of the guy who made it, who invented it. Ryan, actually, Rainier, had him on a stream. I think the first all-player commentary that Rainier did on his Twitch account. He's since sort of taken over like Lumen's regular all-player commentary, or sort of Lumen still plays it, but like it's being organized through Rainier's stream. But anyhow, the first sort of one of those that Rainier did, I think it was on the Fjords map, and one of the players that was playing was the guy who like made the Fjords map, for lack of a better term. I think that there was like a big community involvement. This is far before my time playing Terra Mystica. I've only been at this game for about a year or so. But yeah, I think it was like organized. It was a map that just went through a lot of play testing through like Terra Mystica players online, and then the game developers picked up on it and ended up publishing it as part of their, I think the Fire, I forget what expansion they published it in, but yeah. You're mostly a two-player player, but you've only really just been watching games recently. Gotcha. I started out playing a good amount of 2-player games early on when I started playing Terra Mystica online. Just because for some reason I found the commitment of a 4-player game was like too much, but I'd be willing to just jump into back-to-back 2-player games because they're sort of faster. And when I first started playing Terra Mystica, I played with basically my wife and one of our friends. So depending on who was around, we were mainly playing like 2- and 3-player games. Yeah. So I definitely did play a lot of 2-player early on, and then transitioned into pretty much exclusively 4-player games. Ultima, I'm trying to remember if you and I have played together much. Your name's definitely familiar. Cool. It's all players. 2-player random faction. That's fun. That's good stuff. Okay, so we're in first seat. So let me break down the setup. So we've got big buildings at the very end of the game. We've got dwellings before that and towns. So might be building a big building here as well, or a bunch of trading posts. This could be a good round to get our trading posts out. Just town up. Big buildings kind of mid-game. Trading post dwelling. So this kind of seems like, other than like this is kind of an awkward event to have in round 6, it kind of seems like a decent track for a lot of factions, like just sort of like building up, sort of getting out a bunch of dwellings, building up into trading posts, get a big building out, found some towns. This will involve a bunch of trading posts, which gives you a bunch more dwellings you can build the next round. This last event is kind of wonky for a lot of factions to score off of, but this seems pretty solid. Looked at your history, but no hits for webberaj. Oh, maybe I just recognize your username from the leaderboards then, probably. We'll have to play a 2-player game sometime. Big buildings last round always scream cultists. Cultists are generically strong on this map. There's stacked cult rewards, which is nice. The power is really annoying and weak for cultists early on. What kind of past tile would first seat get? So the spade goes, temp, ship, and priest go. So you're probably getting 6 coins or a cult bump. So you probably just grab the 6 coins. I mean, maybe this could work actually for a faction that wants to go back-to-back temples. You could go like temple, get out a dwelling or so, get a second temple. Yeah, I don't know. The past tile isn't overwhelming for cultists. There's a spade in the game, lots of spades here, lots of coins on the pass, very few on the cults. Less coins here and more here early feels more cultisty, and like workers coming early. Like one of my favorite cultists tracks is actually the big building event in round 1, followed by digs, just because you go workers into coins on the cults, and then, but yeah, these rewards aren't like overwhelming for cultists, but it's probably fine. I'll just toss them in. I'm familiar with them. Another water fire cult track too. Yeah, for sure. This isn't great. Like going into round 6, who wants 2 extra priests? Yeah, no worker income. So the scoring isn't amazing on the pass for big buildings. Like no big building, no trading post. So people will probably want to like water 1 in and around round 4 and get your trading posts out there. I think that's going to be an important part of the game, is building up so that you can be in a position to like water 1 here and try to like build 4 trading posts to trigger 2 towns back on water 1 and have like a 22-point event between your trading posts and your towns, and then sort of, yeah, just go from there. Engineers, fair enough. That's kind of generic. Engineers, how do I feel about them here? Big buildings here are kind of weak. Like, it's not super great. They're really expensive for engineers to build big buildings, so you kind of want to not build them at all or build them late. And there's no pass tile to help subsidize the worker cost. Maybe you need to build a big building here to found a town, and so you just do it in this round anyhow. Mermaids look viable. Yeah. Who else is good? Swarmlings, missing both pass tiles. Yeah, this is reasonable. I mean, second seat, NG gets, I mean, mermaids take this or the spade. If mermaids take spade, then probably nomads take... I don't know that nomads actually take... If mermaids take spade, NG probably gets temp ship. Mermaids probably take double spade, which means cultists can get single spade. In like an Earth 1 rush kind of thing. I think I'll just start here. Yeah, nomads do really nerf cultists. I like playing cultists, and I'm pretty good with playing them against like a bunch of different, in a lot of different setups. But yeah, I've been talking about this quite a bit, that like I think sort of brown versus yellow on this map is almost like green versus light on base. Green versus gray on base. Not quite as bad, but it's like... I think yellow is a lot more annoying to brown than brown is to yellow, for sure. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, cultists are generically strong, and this is a great map for them. I mean, I definitely don't think they're the 30 faction here. But see, I don't know, what is the 30 faction here? I guess nomads? I mean, they're going to be because of how the auction's structured, but... track points aren't amazing, and because engineers do want to ship early, I actually kind of find hitting 2 towns by round 4 is easier said than done here. I mean, I'll bid some on engineers, and I'll probably jump to cultist in a bit, but are mermaids better than cultists here? Mermaids starting with a spade in a dwelling round? Or do they take temp ship? With temp ship, mermaids can start E4 and do this kind of stuff, like dig D6 to sort of annoy engineers, and then get over here. They can dig this and get out 2 dwellings, so they can like they can build 4 dwellings on a double dig with temp ship, and then get over to like H6. I think that's basically the D rush here for mermaids. And then this can be a town. I've seen this as a town. I recognize these players, but I don't actually super know their ratings. I've looked at Slash. Alex, the NG. Yeah. I mean, colorless engineers aren't like bad, so. Engineers start C4. Nomads go here. Cultists probably go here. I mean, I'll take a point off cultists. Mermaid's better than cultists here. Also really depends on how good the player is that's playing nomads. You think so? You think mermaids are better than cultists here, Terra? Yeah. And for Dwelling Rush, would you start H4, E4? Spades on D6, H3. Here, dig, build. Here, dig, build, and then just temp ship build. Yeah, Dwelling Rush looks tempting. The concern with the Dwelling Rush is there a chance you don't get double dig? Like, if I'm playing engineers, I don't take the ship VP and open double dig, but with nomads in the game, getting C3 is pretty strong. As engineers, I might first action single dig C3. Then at that point, does it make sense? It's just first action double dig. I don't know. I think you could first action single dig this. Leave double dig for mermaids. They'd take it. Well, then they build here, which is really annoying, but you can still connect. It's fine. You get the stretch of stuff. Start C4. Maybe. I think my issue with ship VP my thought, chickens, is that my assumption is mermaids. Okay, mermaids take temp ship, nomads take this. That you could take the priest, so you don't have to take this pass tile. Single dig first action, mermaids will still take double dig, so you can get single dig, secure C3, and still get Earth 1. Otherwise, like, who's taking double dig? Mermaids would have to take it eventually, otherwise cultists could take it from them. So that was sort of my thought on single dig, is like leaving double dig for mermaids. Yeah. Not sure about mermaids being stronger than cultists. I think I'll bid them down a bit more. What if that cultist would have been better by... I mean, you're right. Nomads are really annoying. I keep saying that. Here I am bidding them. Yeah, that's possible, chickens. I mean, if mermaids take the spade, then yeah, I think as engineers you are probably given temp ship and you take it. And then yeah, you probably do just double dig and D-rush and figure things out from there. For sure. I'll take another tick off cultists. And then I might jump to mermaids. I mean, I think cultists are still probably a couple points better than mermaids. I just don't love mermaids on this map. But yeah. So nomads get either spade or priest. They can send a priest to fire. Maybe focus on that track. They get... man, I wish the big building... Oh, well, nomads will just build a stronghold in this round. But yeah. Engineers, I think, are worth another point. I think engineers are 6 points better than mermaids. And I think they're 4 points better than cultists. At what point are nomads... The big building bonus was in. What did bid on mermaids? Yeah. Yeah, mermaids are popular here. I've seen people start over here as mermaids too, which is interesting to me. Yeah, fair enough. I only really know Terra Mystica through auction, so the 20 minutes of auction at the beginning gives me time to stare at things and think about lines and try to figure out where people start and where leech is. It's one of those games where engineer starts H5 because mermaids is going to be all over here doing stuff, building stuff. I think NG is worth a point here. I think cultists are bid down a lot against nomads. I think nomads can hit 2 towns pretty easy. Mermaids can, but they might go broke doing it. Like, it can be kind of a stretch sometimes for mermaids. Yeah, nomads is looking good here. Like, this seems nice. Because this isn't like an amazing like track for engineers. Because do they even hit this twice? And you don't hit this. So like a bad NG game could be like 5, 10. You know, probably 3 or 4. Depending on how expansively you've already built. But it might be only like 3 dwellings. Like 6, 11, 16... maybe it's 25 point. Yeah. And this isn't exactly the most amazing cult rewards for cultists to get like super rich, to get an early SA for water 1 into a 2 key town here. Like that would seem really nice. Like temple, couple dwelling, second temple, econ. You know, this like getting power into spades is not super helpful for like building an expensive sanctuary, which you would probably actually need in order to form a town here. And so this is a lot of building up. Temples, sanctuary, trading posts. Like, it doesn't seem super great. All right, how are the spades breaking down? I'm going to actually look at this. So, like, cultists start d5, NG goes c4. Nomads probably just go d4. Mermaids probably go e4. And h2. Nomads probably skip this, but they go here and here. NG goes here probably, or here. Probably here. And then cultists go... yeah, like if nomads are over here, I don't know, do they try this? Nomads can really interrupt a lot of stuff with their dwellings here. Cultists have like no way of getting a town. If nomads go d4, d7, g6, and mermaids are here. Unless they can double dig that, but it's not apt to happen unless you start up here. Which just seems not amazing for some reason. So who's in the middle of the leech party? Cultists. All right. The bonuses aren't amazing. What can you do with 6 coins starting as cultists? Or do you take the cult bumps so that you can stay in the round longer for the spade? Don't be cultists, in your opinion. Yeah. Ship might have sailed. I don't know, unless these things go back down a couple of points. I don't know. Because I think the other thing is I think you just have to go Earth 1 cultists here. I'm not seeing a get-rich scheme off the track. If it was fireworkers into Earth coins or something, you could like do some weird econ stuff and upgrade digs and do fun stuff. But yeah. So having said that, nomads get a stronghold here and they probably get 2 towns. And they start with an extra dwelling, so they can probably hit this a couple times. So they get a couple trading, or they probably just get a temple here. Yeah, so the track's pretty decent. D-Rush does seem strong. Do you have enough neighbors? Trading post as mermaids. If you D-Rush, yeah, you have all kinds of neighbors as mermaids. Can you truly go for digs with no workers on bonus and worker reward on round 3? Like go for digging cultists? Is that what you're asking? The answer is no, not really. No. No, you go digging cultists. Yeah, no, you go digging cultists when you've got... well, round 4 digs is handy, but you don't even need round 4 digs to be digging cultists. You just need to score off of, like, founding 3 towns. You can do it when you have, like, weird stuff. But, like, round 3 and 5 big buildings, which means you have fire followed by air workers and, like, early coins, or, like, early priests into a temple, into, like, round 4 temples. So you can like get some early priests to cults, abuse the workers, get a bunch of earth coins, and then get temple coins and more workers. So it's just like worker coin through the track. And then with like the big building and the TP bonus, and you can kind of play brown swarmlings and do all kinds. Yeah, there's fun things you can do with swarmling or with the cultists when there's a ton of like coins and workers you can get off the track and build taller than normally would be enabled with other factions, and hit pass tiles and get early towns and, you know, get 2 keys really early and get more power and more coins and more workers from that. And you can snowball in really fun ways, and just you get rich enough to be able to build taller, which means you're getting cult bumps, because if you're building tall, you're building next to someone, so you're getting more cult bumps. Yeah. But no, I guess the long story short is you want a lot of workers and a lot of coins on the track, and the TP and big building pass tiles as well, and then you can play some like fun games. Do I just take nomads here? We're gonna take another tick off NG first. Yeah, you gotta take a tick off. It's close. Yeah, I mean, if NG goes down to 13, yeah, then you take nomads for 30. Yeah, I think that's plenty bid for engineers. Probably. So tense. What is slash gonna do? I say slash, but the H and the S are. Oh, that's my cat. Can you not? You were totally gonna like cancel the whole stream and mess things up. Please don't. The persistence. Just chill on the top of the chair, bro. Yeah, get up there. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Get up there. There we go. That's where you like to hang out. Kitty. Yeah, Molly. Half Siamese, half ragdoll. It's just gonna be like this. Okay, just a second, folks. Like 1 second. I gotta get this cat organized. All right, so slash bid on mermaids, and Alex the G is what, jumping to nomads right here, and I've overbid on engineers again. Seems right. Why not? Here, stay. Okay. This is a long auction. This stream has been live for 43 minutes, including waiting for a table and an auction. Yep. I mean, at a certain point, it's like it's just an arena game, so I don't know, just bid something. Nomad's looking pretty good, eh? Like, is there any reason why we don't like nomads here? Oh, what am I talking about? Earlier I said that we were building a temple in round 2 as nomads. Why did I say that? We're templing round 1. and maybe getting a dwelling out, but possibly getting spade blocked. And so we probably just get out a dwelling and a trading post or something the next round. Everyone wants spades in this map. Chicken, you would have taken nomads 5 points ago. Yeah. It's one of those things. Nomads, I find a lot of people like aren't in love with nomads. So people talk about like, oh, mermaids are great for this, this, and this reason. And cultists are strong, so we'll bid them down. Engineers are engineers, blah, blah, blah. And then you stop to look at nomads and be like, is there any reason why we don't like nomads here? I've seen that in so many auctions. And sometimes, you know, or even on like Rainier's all-player commentary streams, I've messaged that in chat being like, I hear all the good things about everyone else, but is there anything bad about nomads? And often the response is like, no, nomads are fine here. You know, they're not like, I'm not seeing any like amazing openings for them, but like they're, I don't know, nomads are a strong economic faction. They can bully cultists around. If they get in a bad way, they're going to build a stronghold in round 3. They start with 30 points. They can take Earth 1. Like, they might even start with a spade. Yeah, I don't know. So I think I'm just going here for the leech. Nomads are kind of vanilla, yeah. But, you know, starting with an extra dwelling is, it's hard to evaluate how important that is, but like, it's not just an extra worker production, it's an extra location. Yeah, that's a lot of flexibility baked into that ability. Endgame, so based on how the bids went, you still think NG came in at a good deal? And Terra Steel, although you don't like mermaids on this map, you still feel like they are only 2 points or less than 2 points worse than engineers. I think nomads, engineer, I think mermaids are overbid a bit. I think nomads possibly get a really good deal, and engineers and cultists are just fine / generically overbid, but they're also strong. Right. Yeah, that's a good point for mermaids. Yeah, yeah, totally. There's lots of coins for them to abuse shipping as well. So if they wanted to, they could probably just jump into an early water 1 in round 2. If they don't want to build a temple round 1 and they just want to do D-Rush, they've got probably enough coins in the past to afford that. And yeah, they can just bounce between both the pass tiles. It's a good point. Yep. And I'm playing colorless engineers. But funny enough, like, on the Lakes map, like, normally if you're playing, sorry, I said colorless. This isn't Magic the Gathering. Engineers with no color neighbors. Which on other maps means you usually have a break from interaction. But on Lakes, like, there's immediately people in your face. So as we'll see this play out, playing no color neighbor engineers is a lot less chill than it should be. I'm immediately like D6 and C3 are threatened. Like the first second of this game, the moment we're done with dwelling placements. Nomads are going to start in a ring around this and just eat the whole map really quickly. Like it's, you know, it's pretty intense. So H5 seems tempting. I'd have to commit to digging G3 before mermaids do. Nomads probably don't place on F4. I think there's better stuff they can do, like Bug Cultist up north even, or D7 is just generically super strong. So I think G2 and G3 could be safe-ish. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we lose D6. I think unless I open single spade, which I almost certainly do here. Yeah, we lose D6 and we would lose C3 to nomads pretty quickly. Which is why when you're playing a faction like Engineers with no color neighbors, you still end up entertaining things like first action taking action 5, right? Like that's totally like Loon Lakes stuff. Colors I just feel like are way closer to each other or something on this map than they are on like base. Because so much activity just takes place like here basically. It's like a really small map. Like how many games have I played where people just like black sometimes doesn't even make it down here. There's a town for black factions that doesn't get utilized here. Like people just want the same like hexes in this game. Now cultists with no color neighbors are worth bidding down, even if the track is weird. I've played in games where like, well, yeah, where I've like bid cultists down because they're good, no color neighbors, sounds great, but then I'm like, how do they score? Pastels are weird. I don't really see a good, like, the track is awkward, like the cult rewards aren't amazing. But they just are able to carve out towns really easily. They just do amazing things. They find ways to score points. And I've done the same thing myself. Like, felt like I overbid cultists just because I love them and because there's no color neighbors, and then ended up jumping in at like 12 points and being like, how do I even score here? And then just like winning because, you know, so cultists with no color neighbors I feel like are worth bidding down like more than you think you should. Engineers, I don't think that's the case. People love engineers on this map. This is a strong map for engineers, but engineers can be overbid pretty easily. Like I have no color neighbors here. Strong map for engineers. That's all great, but that won't magically turn into points for me. I will need to definitely come up with a plan. One of those plans is prioritizing C3, still getting Earth 1, carving this town out. This is gone, but I get a sanctuary town here and this stuff in here, and I accomplish that by round 4. And I play the cults a little bit. E4 seems like a big choke point. Yeah, absolutely. E4 is a weird hex because mermaids... Oh, so mermaids... See, this is the difference between me playing normally and then streaming. I actually missed that mermaids had started over here. So that changes things for cultists here. Because cultists can turn this into a town, and nomads might not be super interested in this unless they open stronghold and get blocked by engineers. Cultists might just, or nomads might just accept this as a stranded dwelling and just ship out of there. Like, cultists might have a nice early town here. So nomads took spade after mermaids took took temp ship. So I'm just grabbing a priest and then opening single spade. And I think a couple of you are going to hate me for that. We'll see. I could be very wrong. Mermaids do just build E4. Yeah, what am I talking about? So where do they double dig? Maybe they're not planning on double digging. I think I just still take the priest. Or do I just... See, temp ship would be tempting to just D-rush NG. Just go dig, dig, spam, 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 or take these and this or that. I guess the thing is even with temp ship, you only start with 4 workers, so I could just double dig 2 hexes. Do I want to double dig here? No, I don't think so. Okay. No, C3. I mean, maybe nomads don't want it because it's not that great for them. Because what do they do with it? I don't know. I mean, there's a chance that mermaids build here and then try to get double digs. So if I lose that, yeah, so if that's their plan, like, do they build here? Also, mermaids have to build next to me. Here. So why am I giving cultists a ton of leech? Because I don't know if they're building. Yeah, there's definitely a chance that they TP 3 dwelling. There's also a chance that they're trying to build on E4 and then still get double dig, although I think cultists would just take it. Like, I think most competitive players on this map will take double dig if they can get it. The exception to that is like starting with a kind of crappy pass tile and like burning all your power tablets away on turn 1. As engineers, I just find that's easier said than done because I find I end up giving up so much leech. So, cultists. Would double dig here if mermaids didn't. There's a world where cultists take C3 and we just make a quick town here. So cultists might take single spade, although it's not obvious they do. It's like they're mainly just doing it to annoy me and to build on B4. Is that what they would do? That doesn't seem fantastic. Cultists might prefer a priest or workers for a second temple, even though next turn's a trading post round. I know, Itengast is a strong, very strong player, so it'll be interesting to see how they play this. And nomads might just take C3 with their dig if cultists take single spade. Yeah, so they do. So I think my only real recourse here is taking it's going double temple. In which case, on the off chance that probably just Earth 1, Earth 2. Priest to Earth. Priest to Fire seem... Yeah, I understand the Fire one idea. There's too many coins on the pass, and I'm not a huge fan of that favor tile for engineers. I see where you're going there. Priest to Fire makes a good amount of sense because you can just send priests to... like another Priest to Fire the following round for workers, but you might want to ship early. I feel like a Priest to Earth with Earth 1 and Earth 2, it just means that Earth 1, Earth 2 brings you up to here. And then a Priest to Earth comes with 2 extra power. And then at some point in the game, you just need to toss a Priest there for 2 spades. Yeah, Earth 2 is a must here. Yeah, I think what I'm... just in case mermaids... upgrade on H4. What I want to do here is just try to get some extra leech. What priest? The priest pass tile? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, H6 will build on either way. Just trying to prevent giving people power. I want a coins action, but I don't want to burn down too much. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll probably get 2, 4 more this turn, and then I'll end up getting 6, so I'll have 10. Which is exactly enough to take a double spade next turn, so maybe I just do the safe thing. I could have sent a priest to Earth there just to try to get some more leech to cycle up. It means I have to burn less tablets now and burn less tablets next turn. Crazy Friday night for us nerds, right? Yep. 2 Weber streams and a Rainier stream. Yep. So are we in consensus that my best line here was not greeting extra power and just opening with a single spade on C3? What I'm super not looking forward to is giving cultists all this power. You have no idea. I mean, cultists might just take the spades from us next turn. In which case I need to take this. And then just ship. Except for I need this too. No, I would take this and ship here. Alright, well, we'll just give mermaids more power. And I'll take... I'm going to do both of these, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, yeah. Races to e5 and e6. Nomads are probably going to pass for double dig before we get it. Like, you know, it's not obvious that any spades are coming our way. So it might actually make more sense as a priest of water here, because the second priest of water gets me a spade at the end of the round. Single dig c3 was definitely worth it. Yep, I think so too. For sure. Probably passes for coins. If he does, then he's almost certainly not taking a coin action. Don't really know what nomads are doing. Probably upgrading ship. Hopefully. Going priest to earth here or priest to water. I think the early spade is a lot more help. Is a lot. But then at the end of the round, yeah, I guess I can. Because mermaids are here, and they'll probably take this. That's really rough. Yeah, this is not good stuff, guys. Make my TP this turn. I've already made both trading posts. What will you just... Yeah. So I'm trying to figure what cultist I have to do here. Alright, I just want Earth 2 here, I think. I already have Earth 1, right? Yeah. Earth 2. Also might want a second priest for... Oh, I don't have enough coins for shipping twice. We'll see. At least I pass before mermaids. So I either get double dig, single spade, or the spade tile. Unless cultists pass now for the spade and open with single spade, then I have nomads to a double spade. It's possible. Yeah, they have a cult bump, but it's not doing anything for them this turn. They, like... I think half the use of the cult bump is the ability to not use it. And just pass. I mean, I certainly would if there was anything else in your favor. Tempo on coins, like a better pass tile. Oh yeah, okay, this is not good either. Yeah. So, I pass now. And I probably jump onto temp ship. Mermaids will either take this or this, possibly first action. I will get the other one. Well, yes. So if I pass now, I'm guaranteed at least a single spade action because mermaids can't afford it. So if mermaids take this, then, I mean, it's tempting to do all this stuff, but yeah, anyhow, I'm passing. So I have 9 power. Is Cultist going to give me any more power? Cultists took the workers. Are cultists having a really bizarre opening where they're opening double temple dwelling? Fakir's game, I tied for second. Or tied for third, depending on how you want to look at it. So not well. And lost to Logus by 25 points, which is unexcusable. And now I find myself in a spade battle with a bunch of people because I should have dug C3 first action and didn't because I greeted power. I mean, what's new, right? Yeah, well, anyhow, I'm just going to pass like this and pass and just get temp ship and see what happens. Yeah, I saw that you were streaming a Fjords game, Rainier. I'll have to watch the video later. Fakirs were fun. They were a fun time. Deranged, I totally know what you mean. I think that's half of what makes NerdCube so good is getting things to break for him. Because no one is consistently lucky all the time. So you see these things happen, and then you go back and watch his moves, and you're like, yeah, he kind of set that up, though. He's been styling on noobs. I mean, he's been queuing in the same arena queue that the rest of us have, hasn't he? I mean, it's true. NerdCube does seem to play games in the afternoon when it's, for some reason, there's easier players on. Take coins. You want more coins, right? 14's not enough. Yeah, you totally wanted that. So mermaids don't have a priest even sent to a cult. They literally have nothing to do right now other than take G3. So. And then they can just hard dig D6 or something. Like, they'll just build a temple this round and, like, yeah. That's nice. Right? I way prefer this X because this means I can still connect. I mean, I'd need to take some other hex, but like I think I just give cultists coins. Don't I love doing that? That's so much fun. So I take this, and then yeah, I just do this. I don't know. This is obviously good. Cultists didn't take coins there. Is that because he knows I need workers? Yeah, it's not a lot of fun. I kind of did it to myself. Why didn't we just open Temple Earth 2 and 2 dwellings? That seems a lot better. I mean, I can't complain too much. I'm getting tons of like leech here. So I can take workers. I still have 3 extra coins if I get no more leech, which is 8. So that's 2 workers and 8 coins. So I can upgrade. So I can build here. I could even upgrade ship and build here. Like, I mean, the second dwelling doesn't really do anything for me, but getting over here this turn seems reasonable. If I take coins, no one gives me enough leech for workers. Fine, I'll take the workers. Cultist with 21 coins in round 2 is not good, though. But engineers with no worker production seems awful. So now do I send a priest to something? Yes. I mean, nomads not being here is helpful. I feel like I can get to this stretch of stuff. Right, cultists don't really want to double dig that. Mermaids don't need it for a town. They can do C2 or do a town here. Like, they have all kinds of options. So I say safe lightly, but like, it's not, I think I get this stuff, probably. TM is such a streaky game. Yeah, it's true. I wish I was better at the game so that I could just, I feel like, win because I played well. I think a lot of the time, like, I play decently, and then, like, if things break for me, then I just do awesome. But I go back and review some games where I, like, get, like, crush, and then I look, and I'm like, oh, I just got coins every round, and everything broke for me, and I got all the pass tiles, and I was greedy, and then also got away from it. Like, yeah. So what do I want to do this turn? I could... So I'm building here, which gives me one more worker. The track says build a trading post, but my economy says only build a trading post if I can get a third dwelling. But that requires 3 workers. And it requires another spot to build. So do I upgrade shipping? Worst case scenario, I have to burn power. I can extract, and then I don't send a priest anywhere. I have 9 coins. 4 for shipping. Gives me 5. 1, 2 for those, and a trading post here. So do I upgrade shipping, build on F5, E6, and a trading post here? Probably. Do I build the trading post now? Because it's going to get me more leech when this becomes a temple, but it's not this turn. So I'll just build this. And not send a priest. Oh, wait a second. Can I send a priest to Earth? Get enough power that'll give me 7. So that's 5 power in bowl 3, which would be 2 coins and a worker. So can I do what I want to do with 7 coins? 4, 5, 6. I'd need 8 coins. I'd need a 2 for 1. Am I getting 2 power this turn? Nomads have exactly enough resources for a temple, but they don't need a second temple. Cultists are going to build trading posts next to me, though, right? Because it's a trading post round. And they want a second temple. I think I'm going to be greedy and then hope I get away with it. Yeah, so how things need to fall to me here is I need to get enough leech to get a dwelling in F5, E6, and a trading post on G3, and then pass on to a spade, the dwelling bonus, or the ship scoring, which probably one of those 3 is going to be available, and then no one take G2 from me. Seems slightly greedy, but not entirely unreasonable. Just a second. That's my cat screaming again. I'm going to let her out. I like how I noticed a spike in viewer count the moment Rainier was done streaming. So in the first 2 rounds of the game, I got 1 spade of 8. Just throwing that out there. That's the incorrect way to play engineers. You want more than 1 of 8 spades. We did get a coin action at round 1. And a spade and a worker action. All right, enough whining. It's fine. All right. So when cultists build their temple on B4, nomads and I can either give them a spade or not. Because they're at 5 water, priest takes them to 7. Accepting that power will give them the bump they need for an extra. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't be whining too much about my own game. Cultists aren't, like, loving their life right now. With in-your-face mermaids and, like, psychotic nomads. And I definitely don't want to slow play. No. I5, H8. 5 towns or 6. I don't think I can go 5 towns. I think that's impossible. Am I taking this leech? I have to decide. Oh, he declined. I hate doing this. Rainier, if you're still on the stream, I'm declining this because of you. Watch me decline a two for 1. Broke engineers declining a 2 for 1 here. This is really painful. I mean, he could just buy a priest. All right. Oh my god. Ugh. Because you're the one that's always saying, like, oh, it's like, I'm like, I'll just take leech from anyone, anywhere. I don't care how expensive it is. And then you're like, there's a time and place for declining cultist leech. And that was another spade in round 2. And Eitengast is a good player. And so I'm trying to play differently with some restraint. But maybe that was bad. I like declining that. Wait, how do they still have... Oh, he just went water 1. Joke's on me. I'm engineers with my back against the wall. Yeah, and honestly, I should have noticed that. Well, no, I shouldn't have noticed that. He left a copy of Earth 1 on the table and just took water 1. So he'd get the spade anyhow. So was it worth it? I think you probably wanted that leech. Oh, yeah, you tell me now. Yep, probably. So am I doing this upgrade ship thing and getting over to E8? I think I am. right? I can kind of afford it. Can I though? It seems so expensive. So I upgrade shipping. I need a worker and 3 coins. Ugh. No, it doesn't help my worker economy at all. It gets me 2 coins of power and 3 points. Do I pass here for the spade and for 2 more spades? Because I get double dig. Yeah. Yeah. Am I getting any more leech this turn? Do cultists go full tall and just build another trading post? Probably not. Getting 6 power, I can accept 1. Do I convert to a coin? Like that? No, I don't. Cultists will have enough to take coins in you. Yep. Sounds good. All right. Well, we're not desperate. Let's calm down just a bit. Sorry, what was the desperation? Not convinced I need the spade? I'm fairly convinced I need spades. I mean, end of round 2 with 2 temples and 2 dwellings is like standard boring engineers. So that's where we are. It's not desperate, but it's like, and we've lost a town, but I don't know. There's a town here and like whatever. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, yeah. It's not great. This doesn't feel like a game where you bid engineers down 15 points because you had no color neighbors and things would be a bit easier, kind of thing. Usually what you're paying for is like being able to, like, I don't know, not rush certain actions and like, yeah, have some more flexibility to do things a bit better. I don't know. It doesn't seem great, but it's also like okay. I think Nomads might take the 2 spade action and dig e5. But he probably just wants coins in a stronghold, so we get to dig e5, which seems nice. So we'll see what they do. Well, except for I don't know where he put the other spade. Oh, I guess on like b8 or something. Oh no, he doesn't have a dwelling there. So he would just open with a single spade action, and then we can't take double dig. e5 means he can probably still connect. Yeah. Gets e2, he gets f2, he gets f4. Oh, yeah. Rainier, I just got greedy for power. The correct move, which I talked about all auction and explained to chat how if I was engineers here, I would open single spade. Still get it with 1. Have a nice town. Town round 4. Looks good. And then I thought, well, I'll just upgrade to a trading post first because I can get a bit more power. That's what happened. The usual. Nothing out of the ordinary. It is like something I really have a hard time with in this game is I hate, which is amazing because I did this is exactly what I did in the Fakir's game, is like I didn't upgrade. I just took the power actions I wanted right away. It's like I hate when there's a bleach party going on and you don't have a 2 power structure to get 2-for-1s. It's like I always want to get a trading post and then I'll take stuff, but yeah. So I feel like I want double dig here because 2 spades is better than 1 spade. I think I said that on one of Rainier's streams once. It's probably the smartest thing I've ever said. But then where do we put our pocket spade unless we upgrade shipping and get like 4 dwellings out this turn? I mean, is that just what we do? So we take G2 and E5. And then we need to upgrade ship. Which costs a lot of coins. So we have 7, 8, 9 coins. And 4 workers. So I upgrade ship. What does 4 dwellings do to our economy? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing. Okay. So I'm just going to do... Yeah. I'm just going to take double dig. Might not be correct, but I don't know. Slash is saying that they almost took E5. Yeah, kind of surprised they didn't. I guess they could still connect through E4, through G4, but then they're sort of in a fight for cultists for this stuff. And I hope they are. I hope they're having to make tough decisions fighting over things. Okay, a bunch of people don't like on the double dig. Okay, let's see this. I'm on the record now as liking a no double dig round. Yeah. I don't like double dig here either. Good to know I have fans. Okay, Rainier's questioning. Okay, what do you think is better than double dig? Yeah. The spade tile in a hand already gives you F3 and D3. So I upgrade ship, I go to F3. Well, the spade tile doesn't help me get F3 and D3. I can just... oh, I see, by digging G2 with the spade. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's a little unoptimal because I just need to upgrade shipping now, and it's expensive, and I don't have the coins for that, but that's what I'm stretching for. It's like... is he getting a temple now? One thing I find about engineers is that like there's rarely enough spades, and once your economy starts snowballing at the end of the game when you're fighting network, like sometimes spades can just be a limiting factor. Yeah, so just digging stuff is good. Okay. Do I just build G2 now? Yeah. It seems safe. I mean, there's a chance that nomads build a stronghold here. and take this. There's also a chance, and although it doesn't seem very good, that mermaids single spade, hard dig, and build this. I know, but like, you know, I've seen double 6-worker digs in round 2 and stuff. It's I think I get tempo on a Nomad Stronghold here, and I risk mermaids going nuts on G2. I feel like they have better stuff to do with their economy. Yeah. My main argument for double spade versus single spade is that I wanted both G2 and E5 this round. So I was probably taking a single spade. And if I'm taking a single spade, after having already taken a single spade and just gotten cut out of spades, like, I might as well pay 2 more power for another dig. Even if it means stretching myself a bit, paying some coins for shipping, trying to get some leech so that I can get done what I need. Like, obviously I'm stretching my resources here to get done what I want to do this round, but like, if I can get away with it, then like, that's just like 1 more dig that I got for 2 power, which seems like a really good deal. And although perhaps I don't need that dig right this moment, like, I just need more hexes in the game, so. I find it's a pretty painful thing taking single spade as engineers, although I've seen games where then I'm totally surprised. Oh man, this is so juicy. What? Hard digging G2? I don't know. Anyhow, what are they talking about in chat? Nothing personal. Oh. Okay. Didn't have anything to do with me. That's nice. I mean, that seems kind of fairly reasonable. I mean, it was a single hard dig. I don't know. I'm just going to go here because I can have the hex now and not in about 5 seconds. So I think I go here, and then my spade is here. And that's where the landscape is. And I do this thing. That's like a hipster thing to do, right? If I like landscape E7, people will think I'm cool. All right, cool. I was always landscaping C7. But then I saw, you know, Nerdcube doing funky E7 F9 stuff. So apparently that's what all the hipsters want. E7 seems fun. That's probably a more polite way of putting it, yeah. Do they care at all about G7? I don't know. They probably care about something down there. I don't really know what the deal is with mermaid starting on F8. I've seen it not work out terribly, but it involves either digging up and around this stuff, which is no longer going to happen, or like a double dig on H7, and then like a weird town here to connect through in sort of the underbelly of the lakes map. Neither of which seem like amazing. So I don't really know what the obvious plan is here to see an opponent go F8. Like these are all nice digs, but it's like they're all on, I don't know. I don't really get it. They didn't take H2 and H9 in round 1. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, temp ship mermaids for sure. Yeah, I guess that's a thing. Maybe that's part of temp, like that's like a way to play temp ship. Is just like free build here, free build here, free build here, and then like dig. Yeah, and I don't know where the spade is. Dig and build, something like that. All right. So I'm putting my landscape here. And then I'm building this. And then what else am I doing? I don't know. We'll start with that. I did it, folks. I did the hipster thing. But yeah, this is awkward, right? Because I need to like build a land bridge and then wait a turn and then dig F9 and then wait a turn and then allow mermaids to let me build on G7. Which, I mean, it's not a cheap dig for them, but it's just like, it's kind of awkward. So mermaids have a pretty good economy. They have a lot of stuff built. They're passing for a ton of points onto probably... Yeah, nomads haven't used their stronghold action yet. So, fair enough. Although that's kind of risky, isn't it? Because aren't mermaids just going to want this hex next turn and they can just hard dig it? And now nomads are like bridging or something? I don't know. They got the sandstorm emoji, yeah. Yep. Sandblast. Sandblast. Proper Chris Hoism. Yeah, sandblasting nomads. Yeah. So I think everyone's about at the exact same points as we were at the beginning of the game. Nice, nice. Except for mermaids, they've made points. Not sure how I feel about this cultists. I mean, again, workers in the cults, it's funny. Like, normally, most factions, like, you've got 2 priest income, 3 workers, 2 scoring favors, and some coins here. Like, this just does not look great, but, you know, look at his income for next round. Like, it's, you know, you can get away with funky, tall stuff with cultists sometimes when the track is right. And he's got good cults. I mean, he just needs to start building stuff. I guess he gets a town next turn. He gets 2 keys, which locks out, which gives him a ton of power. Yeah, I don't really know how cultists and nomads are going to sort themselves out. There's definitely some battles that still need to happen here. And he has no shipping. Yeah. Okay. I think I just build this. Mermaids have passed, but I guess that gives them double dig, but I don't know what they'd be digging. And they were already able to take a coin action. I mean, I needed to secure it anyhow, so not much of an option. So next turn, I'd love water 1. So another temple. I don't really know where. Probably like dwelling, trading post, temple, bridge, trading post. That's 4 workers and a bunch of coins. Why do mermaids have a bridge in the middle? Unclear. I think it's because, yeah, so I don't, it's a good point. Why do mermaids have a bridge? Because they want this to be a town? But, like, they're really trying to rush a town next turn, and they think with 8 workers and 20 coins that they'll have at the beginning of next round that they would be able to afford 2 towns, another town. I don't know. I was assuming with this dig that he might try to do like a sanctuary town here and then dig B6 and make this a town and then like do other stuff. But 2 keys looks horrendous for anyone other than cultists. And it doesn't even seem amazing for cultists because they just auto lock out the 2 cults that no one cares about. Although cultists are going to have a hard time founding towns, so I think they need to take 2 keys. But then I can just beat them on Earth. Yeah, I don't know. 2 keys does not seem amazing really for anyone. I mean, it's a ton of power for cultists, so it's probably good. But yeah, so I don't know what the deal is with that bridge. Like, the only reason it would make sense is if they were trying to drop their town key here to make this a town. And then there's another town in the northwest, so this is a later town? I guess. So do mermaids just take more coins next turn? Because if I pass now, what else would I even want to do this turn? Nothing, really. So I'm just passing for the dwelling bonus, and I'm going to make these no longer dwellings and have 1, 2, 3, 4 points and 2 coins. Maybe I build here, so it's like 5 points and 2 coins. And there's a chance I get a 7 coin action at the beginning of next round. Seems good. I don't really know what mermaids are up to, but like they might want this hex from nomads. They might fight them for it. So they might sort out their town weirdness first action and give me 7 coins. That might just be wishful thinking. But then the other question is, what other pass tile would I even want? Why would I stay in the round? I can build a trading post by burning some power, and that just reduces my worker income further. So it's not like amazing. I can stall, but is that helpful? No. Okay, so I'm just gonna get out of this round. Yeah, and building a dwelling here doesn't really help. I mean, maybe mermaids just double dig this, because I don't know what they're up to. Do mermaids still? No. I don't know. I'm passing now and hoping I get coins. I have no idea what's going on. Build out my dwelling already. Here? Or I should keep a better eye in chat. I don't know when these messages are from. I didn't want to build on F3 because I don't think mermaids are going to take it from me first action, and I wanted to pass for points and possibly 7 coins. But that might all be wishful thinking. Yeah, super wishful thinking. Okay, well, I'll just secure this then. The mystery of the mermaids. Yeah. I like trying to figure out the mystery of the mermaids. But it is admittedly not super clear. I assume this is just a dwelling build from cultists for... weird thing about cultists right now is they can't actually cycle, like they can't accept all the power they would get from 2 keys because they'd earn 10 power. All their power's stuck in Bull 2. So even if they down converted 1 power to a coin, they could only accept 8. So... Priest to Earth first. Yeah. They can still afford to send 1 priest to a cult. After that, they need to start. Yeah, all right. He'll be overproducing. So one of these priests needs to be used for shipping or like a cult bump, but it needs to be returned to his supply because he's generating 2 and only has 1. This could also just be an 8-point town from cultists. I think that would make a good bit of sense. I think personally as cultists here, I probably would just take an 8-point town. And just not lock any up. Like you're going to have quite a bit of notice before anyone tries to take these from you and you're already overproducing priests. So at some point, like I bet he uses this on Earth. Yeah, the round 5 priest bonus. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't a great bonus for most factions, actually. It's like most people are producing 2 priests at that point, so getting 3 or 4 priest income going into the last round, it's basically just like a really inefficient way to get fancy workers through the cult. Yeah, please. Fire 2. Okay, well here's a town now. Seems... Not sure where the rest of Mermaid's towns are going. Guess he can put dwellings down here and here. It's like 2 digs. Or maybe he'll build a light stronghold here or something. 3, 4, 5, 6. Or an expensive trading post. But it doesn't look like a second town this round. Can I still get water 1? I think so. Yeah, well, Mermaids just took fire 2. Maybe they take water 1 now because they'll have a bunch of trading posts back for it to be kind of worth it. But that's a lot of temples. I don't know. So I think probably my next move is to build a trading post on F3 and then see what happens. Yeah. I definitely want it. It's just like I feel like I had other priorities, other engineer problems I needed to sort out. But now I feel like we're in a pretty good position on the map in terms of hexes. I mean, my points are garbage right now. But expansion opportunities seem fine. I mean, the truth is I just don't think any of us around this table are playing particularly well. So I'm just going to down convert 1. Should rather cheat power at this point, and I'll just do that. And yeah, nomads could build a temple here. No, it just goes for the town. That's fair enough. Nomads just have Earth 1. Yeah. I think I'll still secure Earth 1, but then after that, I think if the bridge is still available, which I think it should be, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be, I think I'll probably buy a bridge for here. So I'd rather spend 3 coins on a bridge than 2 workers. Water 1, bridge, TP. Yeah, so, yeah. Water 1 here, bridge, trading post on either of those, exactly. I don't think it really much matters. This will be upgraded once still, so maybe I put it here because I'd rather slightly more efficient power. I don't know. So I'm just down converting a ton of coins, which is okay. That's what power is there for. I'll take a copy of Water 1. Is it a coin town? It's a good question. I mean, might be. I have 1 shipping and with an investment of 1 priest. I mean, I could also lock up Earth this turn. But anyhow, 1 thought at a time. 1 investment of a priest gets me 2 cult spades, and I have 1 shipping. So that's a consideration, is like, where do those go? I mean, I could, build on D3, toss 1 in D2. Seems good. Otherwise, my other options are B3 and I3, which I feel like probably both annoy mermaids, and my concern really is just getting in a spade trading battle with them where they're like, I mean, unless I pass before them, then I can secure it, but I could also try to build a bridge here before the end of the round if I have enough workers, and then like put a cult spade here and then try to secure these before mermaids gets any ideas. Looks like B3, A3. For me? Oh, you meant, whoops, you meant D3, D2. Yeah. So building here and then probably tossing a spade here. Nomads are making a break for it. Cultists have been slow to do much of anything, so nomads go here, they eventually go here, they eventually go here. Might take them a while, but if I can carve out these hexes, I'm getting a neighbor at some point. Yeah, worker bridge to F9. Like, where are those spades going? Oh, here, and then I3. Because then they can just found another town this turn. Oh, they're out of structures. They need to build 2 trading posts and 2 dwellings. They can do it if they convert a priest to a worker. No, I don't imagine mermaids will be very happy about B3 either. Mind you, it's not obviously the greatest town spot for them, because like, who are they getting as neighbors? Well, I guess unless they just build a stronghold here. Yeah. Maybe that's what they're thinking. And it's hard to say at the end, like into the next round, like if mermaids will just be mainly focused about trying to carve out their own town stuff. Like if they want a town here and I leave B3 alone, like that's 2 digs I have to worry about. Are they actually going to try to mess with G7 on me? By land bridge here, cult spade F9. And then the beginning of next round, I just go dwelling, dwelling, dwelling. Or yeah, D2, F9, and G7 would be my dwelling builds. Ooh, that was expensive. Oh, so he didn't take the double spades. Huh. Okay. I think I probably do just take a coin town, or... And I'll go over here, I guess. I think I'd actually, yeah, well this doesn't, this prevents me from giving nomads free power. Oh, let's just take the bridge first. Talk about slow brain. It also is tempting to use my town key to just walk up Earth this turn. Use my priests, because there's 2 spots left, and I doubt mermaids are going to send a priest to Earth. Why would they? And I want to send 1 anyhow for the spade. And that'll give me 5 power back. Yeah, there's not much I can really do about D2 right now. They also have a cult spade coming in. So, and they can build on E2 before the end of this round. This has been a slow game. What did he take? Shiptown. All right, I'm taking bridge action. And then I want to build up here. Maybe it is just a coin town. Then where do I put my second spade? I need to take a worker town. Burn a power, build a dwelling here, place a land bridge there, and then just put both of my spades here and there and there and there. It's pretty risky. And it also doesn't leave me with a ton of coin income. Is that worth it? just going to take a coin town. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. F4 does seem like pretty important to them. And then maybe, I don't know what cultists do with their cult spade. I mean, they can't dig that to yellow to get over here, because... I mean, I guess they could and just secure it first action. That's really strange, wow. So I guess cultists probably just take that with their cult spade. I'm just securing this because it gives me an extra worker and a point on the pass. Come on, Alex, this is conversions. No, like even basic things. Like, are you converting none of the power you have down to nothing? And someone needs to think for like 5 seconds about that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I went live 2 hours and 7 minutes ago. And we're finishing up round 4, so... So I can secure Earth now. I probably should. If I don't, then cultists just send a priest to Earth, and that makes it difficult for me to secure it. But the other fun thing would be to advance shipping and use G1 and D2 as my cult spades, which seems really good. I'm not entirely sure what I should do, but I'm just going to secure the cult, I guess. Well, this is a whole other dwelling, though. Ugh. Yeah, that's a tough call, actually. Because mermaids are probably just going to pass back onto the spade. And what can cultists do at the beginning of next round? They can take a coin's power action and not secure Earth. And give... Oh, I think cultists... I'm going to chance it that cultists are going to cult spade this and secure. Yeah, we're going to go this route. Another dwelling doesn't give worker income. The dwelling here did. So I basically, by building on D3, I traded a point for a worker, which is probably worth it, but it's also just, there's cult spades coming in, and I don't assume that people won't mess with hexes. So it's partially to secure it and partially to trade a VP for a worker. I mean, the dream here is passing on the spade, but I don't know in what world. that happens. Advanced ship? Oh, it's because I want my cult spades on G1 and D2. It's just to maximize. I couldn't afford to take F9 unless A, it's risky, but B, I would have had to take a worker town. So instead I took a coin town to advance ship. And I'm tossing my cult spades here. This spade here gives me like 1 spade for 2 hexes, so I'll be able to get all 3 dwellings out. And yeah, so I'm just going to pass for a boatload of coins here, because coins seem good. Cool. Yeah, it makes as much sense as about anything right now. I mean, it's stuff is pretty tenuous. Does 3 ship do anything for me? No. Cool. Coins. So come on, take F4, please. Destroy Nomad's connection. Okay. Interesting. So that is not a hex that they need to secure first action. So they can plop a priest in earth. I'm just doing this, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. Maybe cultists don't care about coins right now. And they just want... Fair enough. So coins are gone, so I'm just going to secure earth. Well, unless nomads build on E2, then I'm securing D2 first. Oh, that's nice. Do I want 3 for 2? Yeah. Okay. So I'm still good with priest to earth. I won't down convert any power because I'm happy to have some free power. And then I get a couple dwellings, 3 dwellings out. Reasonable. Cultists built there to get free power from me. Yeah, I'm just kind of confused why Cultist wouldn't have dug this and secured it first action. Well, I guess because he just wanted one of the coins action. Would have had to give that up. Because you can't reach F2 from C1. You also can't reach E2 from there. It's 4 ship. So, and he's not digging this stuff. Like, that's crazy. So his only expansion is like securing this, double digging A8, and then at 3 ship getting into this stuff a little bit later. Do they want another town? I maybe, but like this is, I guess, 3 digs. I don't know. Maybe. Is he upgrading digs here? He's short a worker. He'd need like 9 workers to upgrade digs twice and take these with dwellings. Maybe with advanced digs, yeah. Because you need 4 workers to advance digs, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 workers to secure all this stuff. So we short 2 workers and a coin. So I mean, going into a dig round, going into a round that you want to advance digs with the cult reward being spades beforehand is not like a dream. Wasn't like he just cashed in on an extra 4 or 5 like fireworkers or something. So. All right, there's Mermaid's Connection. So I'm just going to secure this one first. Yeah, and I'm going to convert power to a coin. I mean, if I can get another spade, once I've secured this stuff, if I can take the dreaded single spade, I'll just town up here, probably. So Nomads used their stronghold action here, right? What's that all about? That doesn't look like a town. Not entirely sure what that does for them. Who's winning this game? I mean, I'm sitting at 37 points, so don't look at me. Cultists? Somehow? They have just as many points as the other two opponents and a bunch of stuff. And cults. Yeah. It's amazing how. Like, look at their setup. It doesn't look like a game-winning setup exactly, but... It's also a world here where we're made of 2 ship and a lot of workers, and this is a pretty easy hard dig for them. Mermaids have no resources, so they can't do anything right now. So now would be the time to stick a bridge here and take a single spade and dig this and put stuff down here. Trading post, dwelling. But then I'm leaving this open. So I probably just secure this turn. And yeah, I don't know. Try to secure that next turn. My problem here with engineers is like I have a bunch of stuff that I really still need to do. Like I need to get dwellings down. I need to take a spade onto E1 while I can. I need to build a trading post in order to get 2 dwellings at least. So I have like at least 3 more turns. Like it's going to be hard for me to like get a pass tile for the end of the game. I always have more stuff I want to do as engineers. But yeah, I mean, no one's been playing particularly culty, which is kind of surprising. I guess D-Rush mermaids aren't conducive to like high cults at the beginning, but they've got 2 temples on the board. And they built temples later, and they've upgraded shipping once anyhow. I don't know. All right, I'm going to do this. Secure the hexes that I already have first, then build a trading post, I guess, on G1. Mermaids can't accept any power now anyhow. So that is upgrading on the exchange track, fair enough. So now I do this, and then I'll take a single spade on E1. The reason this town's kind of doomed is because I only have 2 trading posts left. So I need to build a stronghold, I guess, here, which is probably why... well, of course, it's big building last round. Yeah, I'm right. Got it. Build a stronghold here. That gives me trading post, trading post, trading post, and a bridge. So that gives me 6 bridge points. So that is the play. If I'm just passing, I mean, I'm tempted to just found a town now. Oh, it would be building a stronghold here, and leaving my other trading post. So I need to build a stronghold here, which I don't have the worker income for. So I need 8 total workers for the game, which I have, and 14 coins, which I kind of have with power. And then I pass on to the spade, and I have some extra power for a bridge. I mean, I guess I just do and see what mermaids do. I think it's the kind of risk I need to make. Like, what else am I doing here other than... well, cultists are kind of done. So they probably just jump onto the spade. But then if I get bridge blocked, it's annoying. I don't really know. This might be silly. But, yeah, let's try it. This is not the kind of position I really want to find myself in, but I think I just have to be, like, greedy here, and if I get away with it, then great. And if not, I build a stronghold anyhow next round, so I can build more trading posts and score 6 points off. You know, I score 3 points off of that bridge, so I'm trading 3 coins for 3 points. I think it's worthwhile. It would be nice if cultists use their cult bump. I think of all these pass tiles, like I would just rather a spade and 2 coins over like 3 power and 3 coins. And if he has upgraded digs, he doesn't want the spade, so he probably just uses his cult bump. I just have to be greedy here and get away with it. I didn't really realize that was a nerd cube thing. Just pass here. It was a piece of advice that Rainier gave me early on. I was playing like a game on voice chat with him and a couple other people. And it was probably like, I don't know, a couple hundred elo ago. And I was worrying about like taking a bridge action on base map as Darklings to one of those gray hexes when you get, you know, boxed in on your SA town, you know the ones. And I have to take the bridge now and someone can dig the hex. And Rainier's advice was like, well, what else are you doing with your resources, right? Like, it's like risk reward. The best thing to do is just like build the bridge, then someone might dig it. And then if they don't, then you got away with a town. Like, you're just going to lose the game anyhow. I was playing against like Heyman Logus and someone else. Like, you're probably just going to lose anyhow. So you either, maybe you don't come in fourth, or you just still lose. So there is sort of this thing about like, sometimes you just have to be greedy, and then when you get away with it, those are the games you win. And I find, at least for myself, there's a good amount of truth to that. So this is annoying. Single spade was taken. And I can't really afford a double spade. Oh, what am I talking about, guys? I don't need a spade. I have a spade. So I actually just need to count some resources here. Stronghold. Do a stronghold. I do 2 dwellings and 3 trading posts and 2 dwellings. And I don't need to upgrade ship. So I need 22 resources, of which 8 have to be workers. I have the workers, so it's just 14 coins, 11, 12, 13, 14, which gives me like another 3 coins. So I can just town here for cult or 11 point or whatever seems good. And I don't need to upgrade ship anymore. And I'm not on the ship pass tile. So my priests are pretty good to just go to the cults, which kind of look open. So is a cult town, like, especially here, worth it? Is a cult town going to help me with 3 extra points? I don't know. Do I just take a call town? Oh no, because I'm just taking 11 things. Spade bonus tile? Yeah, for sure. I'm 5 hours into streaming, so. Admittedly, I say dumb stuff like that when I'm not 5 hours into streaming, but yeah. Yeah, so this is super sketchy. I need to build a trading post, then dig and build a dwelling on F9, then upgrade F9 to a trading post, and then build a dwelling on G7. So it's taking me 4 turns to secure a town. So everyone has that much time to decide if I'm a threat. And if I get away with that, then I have 2 structures left on my board. 1 for 0. I think I take that because I'm not beating cultists on air. This is fine. Yeah, sure. I was thinking you could have just formed your... I could have formed this town with a trading post, but... and then I guess built trading post over here and stronghold over here. I don't think it really makes much difference. I need all of the buildings. Would it? Oh gosh. That would let you secure your hexes faster? Oh, probably. Right. So without this stronghold, I have 2 TPs left. That I don't think I want this. Right. Yeah, fair enough. That exact kind of stuff deranged is the difference between streaming and not streaming. I don't know what it is. It's not like I feel like some duty to manage chat that much. Like I'm perfectly happy just focusing on the game. But when I have earbuds in and I'm like talking out loud, it's like a different headspace where those sorts of things seem really complicated to figure out as opposed to just like intuitively when I'm playing Arena by myself, just like sitting in my living room on my couch, I'm like, I notice that stuff. And then I stream and it's like, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Mermaids have another town here. This diamond stuff is super weird. Okay. So that's the end of their town making. All right. I'm just going to build a trading post here. Just mosey on with stuff. Yeah, I was wondering if that might be a candidate for cool towns. This counts as a town. Yep. Your town key, like you can use multiple sides. Again with single cult bumps. Sure. You can use multiple like sides of your town key to like touch different structures together as long as it's only 1 water hex. So it works with fire too, obviously here. I know there's been a lot of confusion around mermaids towns ever since the bug was fixed for the landscape. I don't think I want a 2-for-1 here. I mean, I would like to get my last dwelling out after this, and there's no free gray. But I don't, there's no way I can leech enough for a double spade just for 1 hex. It just seems, no one's beating me on network, right? Nomads. So I'll just double check I have enough stuff again. TP, dwelling. Guess I could toss another power bridge down, but again, leeching like 2 for 1s to get enough power for a bridge doesn't really. 10 resources. I need 4 workers and 6 coins. 3. Yeah, and then I have an extra 3 power, so I could actually bridge. Well, I don't really have a good spot for bridge, do I? For 3rd bridge. All right. Yep. Decline. Cool. I don't understand this conversions delay. Oh, they're canceling their move. Sorry, I shouldn't be too impatient. Still a copy of Water 1 kicking around, eh? Mermaid's favorite tiles are Fire 2, Air 1, and Air 3. I don't know why I find that amusing. I'd really like to start doing something with my priests, but I just feel like I want to secure this town space first. Although, arguably, mermaids could just mess with me right now if they wanted to. So, if mermaids wanted to dig this and were just waiting for me to get here, they would, I don't know, turn this to green or something. Yeah, so I'm losing out on a lot of cult battles. You want to block it on general principle? Yeah, I do too, kind of. It's pretty bad. Clear intentions have been made, but to Act 6 it back? Yeah, yep, I think so. How would nomads disrupt NG? I don't see. I mean, nomads could just slam workers into it, but oh, and disrupt me on the left here. Oh, I guess he was talking about like building here and sandstorming. Yeah, it's definitely possible. So I'll secure this, and then try to salvage something on the cults. I don't know if it's worth sending. Do mermaids need to upgrade shipping again? I mean, it's probably, yeah, they're on the ship pass tile, so they don't, I can send 2 priests to fire for 2 points. That seems really rough. Yeah. What are nomads doing with their priests? They don't need to upgrade shipping. Oh no, he's founding another town down here with fire too. So he just builds a trading post and takes like a priest town. You might be better off just upgrading dig or something. Yeah, with final resources for sure. Like I build a TP, I take whatever the highest value town is, and then I see, as opposed to like using a ton of like weird single cult bumps. Yeah, for sure. I think the thing is I'm probably left with a cult town, although nomads might want it. So the point here, I don't know, comes with 3 power. Probably just takes priest town. And then a cult town for me gives me like a point here. And then it's tempting to send a priest to fire. So I think that's probably what happens. Nomads take a priest town, I take a cult town, go priest to fire, and then yeah, do something like upgrade shipper, digs, whatever I have resources for. Well, that's nice. I don't share that sentiment, but I'll take the compliment. I think engineers were overbid here, and then I did some silly moves the very first turn, which caused me to just focus on expanding as best I can, which meant I always had like a ton of required moves each round. And so I didn't hit the pass tiles really at all. So I just got a priest town here. Yeah. Cool. Priests. I mean, unless me losing 2 points to then is, oh gosh, math. If I lose 2 points to get 2 workers so that I can convert these 5, I can just upgrade shipping. I have basically 4 coins. So I just upgrade shipping. Yeah, this seems fine. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Ugh, that's really close. And I haven't done the math super closely, but I think I'm like 126 here or something. What am I doing? Yeah, I guess I will just priest to fire twice. So why am I doing this right now? Might as well just do this. Yeah. So let's go priest to fire. Well, at least once. Air 1 TP. No, I don't have any temples left. I'd need to sanctuary. Yeah. Probably mermaids are ahead of nomads by a long shot. So that was sort of a 2 point swing against mermaids, and this other one will be a 2 point swing. So I probably will just do this, and then just upgrade ship once. I think this probably makes sense. Yeah, it's pretty ugly. Yeah, I could have gone. Probably, I could have like hard dug this and built a dwelling and maybe even gotten a bridge, but it would have been the same amount of points as doing this and upgrading shipping and stuff. I can't imagine there's better points conversion than that. And I can't do anything else on the cults. Is everyone passed? Slash passed. Yeah. So 1, 2 resources. There's nothing I can do here that's any good, so I will just pass. Cool. Yikes. Did I have it by a point or so ahead of cultists? I mean, I know they have no network, but... Oh, you guys are calling it that early, eh? 3? Oh yeah, I guess, and I have a cult, so... Oh well. Alright, I'll stop feeling so sorry for myself then. Hope / you're satisfied and learned something. Oh, that wasn't sarcastic. I think this person said early on that they were like excited to be at a table with some players they thought they'd learn from. That was kind of ugly. Now I'll only be in 90th place. Great. These players were fun to play with. I just want to look at these results a little bit. So total VP, 132. Yeah, so the bids were pretty crazy for these 3 factions. This player didn't have the greatest time playing Nomads here, but I think they're a bit newer to the game. But I still kind of think Nomads might have been a bit of a steal there for 30, but I'm not sure. Total power gained through structures. What do we got here? 40. Yes, we got pretty good leech, and we're offered quite a bit late game that we didn't end up taking. 18 VP lost. That seems good. I think closing out Earth was kind of a good call when I could. I guess actually that was one thing I risked. But so that was one thing that broke decently, I guess, in a sense, was that I sort of greeted upgrading shipping so that I could use my cult spades in a way that was more effective for founding a town and getting more dwellings out in the dwelling round, and then was able to do that with no one interrupting me and still got Earth. So that was one of those cases where I was choosing between 2 good options and chose the risky move where I get both of them, and then I got them. So, I mean, I think it was a decent calculated. Like, I think there was reason to believe that that was going to break that way, but still, it's always a risk doing that. Towns obviously helped a lot, and network. Ugh. Favor tiles, classic me, just get favor tiles and grind. Bonus cards, boo, shame, shame. That's don't look at that number, please, people. And this, yeah, what, 18 on the track? I mean, it's kind of shocking that this even worked. 18 points on the track and 5 on the pass. It's 23 points in the setup. Like when you're evaluating a game, you tend to look at like the track and the bonus tiles. And between the two, that was 23 points. That's got to be one of the lowest track and pass tile points I've ever received in a game that I actually managed to win. I guess we just got our econ going pretty well and did that. And yeah, we had some unlucky breaks, but I think the breaks that made it in our favor was like getting the third town, using our cult spades efficiently, people not messing with us in the late game, and also managing to win the cult. So yeah, I still think it was probably pretty dumb for me not to just single spade this. Well, it's definitely dumb because I would have still gotten power from that. If you go back and watch that game, it was just silly. The issue with not digging e5 is... Oh, you guys are arguing over... Remember when we were concerned after our start? Yeah, it seemed ugly, but round 2 we ended 2 temples, 2 dwellings, Earth 1, Earth 2. Like, that's kind of... It's not anything to be super excited about, but it's kind of a fine, doable opening. And remember we were concerned about coins. Yes. How did the... Yeah, we only got 1 7-coin action. 2 single spades, a double spade, 2 workers, and 2 bridges. This is kind of ugly too. This isn't super pretty either. There's not much pretty about what just happened. Do we still secure connection without e5? Ultimately we do, yes, but e5 also allowed me to get to e6, which was just another hex to secure that nomads were otherwise going to sandstorm, and gave me another spot to dig. Like, it opened up this part of the map to play on, which just gave us more options, right? Like, if this all got dug out by nomads, then we could have just like worked over here and built stuff. So e6 was just me trying to like get my hooks in a few different parts of the map, so you don't have all your eggs in one basket where you're just like, this is the part of the map I'm working in. Like, yeah, that's what e5 was all about, was me just trying to spread out and sort of get like secure territory in different parts of the map, just to sort of diversify my position a little bit. Yeah, it was a little expensive at the time, for sure. Yeah, oh, I see. Okay, now I'm caught up. The issue is not taking e5 this round, so we don't get to the right of the map. Or at least we could have gotten blocked, for sure. I think nomads probably would have just made this into a town, because this was like 2 different sandstorms. I think this would have just been a town, and they would have towned up again somewhere else. So it kind of slowed them down, I think, a bit. Yeah. Yeah, Ultima, you make a really good point here. We went 2 times temple on a dwelling round and 2 dwellings on a TP round. That's an excellent point. And I find that is sometimes a bit of a weakness with my games in Terra Mystica, is like I kind of, especially for engineers, I just find because like the way their economy works is they're so, like their snowball potential is so huge that I just spend so much time just focusing on the map and like, how do I maximize my economy this round? And it's like, how do I get dwellings out and then TPs built back so I don't have any like, I don't have my 3rd or 5th, these dwellings on the board kind of thing. And so often I'm sort of doing calculations just to figure out how I can maximize getting an extra coin or 2 the following round, and I'm really like worried about that, but that definitely comes at an expense of the track. And it probably, would have been way better if we went like temple, probably just secured Earth 1 and 2 dwellings in round 1 on C3. And then I think the next round was a trading post round, so we could have just gotten our 2nd temple then for Earth 2, and then probably upgraded shipping and spammed out more dwellings from there. Yeah, it's just snowball stuff. Yeah, for sure. No, and I definitely don't take any of the comments you guys make as like argumentative at all. It's like important to unpack this stuff, and every game has like Like, if you lose a game, there's stuff that you do really well, and if you win a game, there's still tons of stuff that's like super unoptimized. And so thinking through the value of these decisions is really important. Securing territory is important, but doing that at the expense of like completely building off the track obviously has a cost. So cool. Yeah, well, thanks everyone for joining in on this second stream. Really appreciate it. And I realize it was a bit of a long game. We're now at 2 hours 51 minutes live on the second stream. So yeah, really appreciate you guys sticking around for this long. I made this pitch on the last stream, but I'll do it again here. Is just that the International Clash is tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Check it out on twitch.tv/fire2 tournaments. Check it out here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern for the 5th game of the International Clash. It'll be a really good time. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll catch you again soon. Bye for now.